Honey, it's me.
Mother, hi.
Hi.
Come on in.
Is Brooke here?
No, she's out with the kids. Should we, sorry she missed you.
I take it that she hasn't said anything to you.
About what?
She's changed her mind about the stock.
What?
She refused to sign the stock transfer.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not kidding. And I'm really amazed that she hasn't discussed this with you.
She said nothing at all to me.
Well, that's rather strange, don't you think?
Maybe it was just something technical. Maybe the papers didn't read well.
No, it had nothing to do with the papers. It had everything to do with Brooke.
She was so committed to this. What the hell's going on?
That's what I want to know. What the hell is going on?
I have no idea.
Do you realize that for the first time, for the very first time, I was really beginning to trust your wife?
Mother, she would never jeopardize that. I mean, her relationship with you meant everything to her.
Well, obviously not as much as we thought it did.
No, I think you're wrong. I mean, more than anything, she wanted to be close to you.
Then why didn't she sign the papers? She's the one that had them drawn up.
I don't know. There's got to be some reason here. I mean, she wouldn't just change her mind out of the blue.
Is everything all right between you two? Have you been having problems? Have there been any changes?
No, we're fine. You know something, now that you mention it? Maybe there is something going on with Brooke.
Dad told me you called.
Yeah, thanks for coming. We need to talk.
What about?
Well, I finally managed to get a hold of Brooke.
About the stock.
Yes, she's decided not to sign the transfer papers.
Well, Stephanie must be livid.
Well, yeah, and actually that's too bad because the two of them had never gotten along better.
I find that hard to believe.
Things have changed, Taylor. Nothing's the same as it was a year ago.
Well, at least I know one thing that hasn't changed.
Ridge, his feelings toward you?
Yes.
Yeah, Brooke told me about your little arrangement with her.
Well, have you advised her against that, too?
No, I just honestly don't understand why you're doing it, though.
Well, didn't Brooke tell you?
Yes, that you want to observe Ridge and see if he's as close to Brooke and the children as Brooke says he is.
There you have it.
Well, I don't buy it. I don't buy that for 1 minute.
Anthony,
Macy.
what are you doing still awake?
Oh, I couldn't sleep. I'm having a glass of port.
Yeah, I'm having trouble sleeping myself.
Here. This will help you.
Oh, no, I can't. I don't drink.
Oh, right. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's all right.
Does this bother you?
No, go ahead.
So you can't sleep, huh?
No.
Well, I know how that is. Maybe there's a way I could help you. Wow.
I guess that means good night.
I don't think it has to mean good night.
Maybe it should.
Like.
What's all this? What does it look like? We had dinner.
You had dinner
Yes.
down here with him.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I don't see this as being any of your business.
None of my business.
Look, Mike, why don't you just tell me why you're here? Why you came by, and then you can leave.
I came by to take you to a late dinner.
So you do think there is something going on?
Well, Brooke definitely hasn't been herself lately. I thought it might just be my blindness that it was becoming too much for her.
Too much for her?
Mother, Brooke has been under a hell of a lot of pressure lately. Taking care of me, the kids, on top of that, her work.
Well, all the more reason to sign the transfer. Why not take away the burden of running the company?
Look, I don't understand any of this.
You think there's something else? Something that maybe you don't know anything about, that I don't know, that none of us knows about?
Connor, this arrangement, as you put it, was Brooke's idea, not mine.
Well, it was a bad idea, and I think she realizes
Well,
that.
I'm not so sure it was a bad idea.
Of course, you don't. I mean, what could be better? You're in the house, you're close to Ridge.
It's the only way I can determine what's going on over there.
You know exactly what's going on, Taylor. He's settled. He's got a beautiful wife and 2 great kids.
He doesn't need a wife. He has one.
That wife died in a plane crash, Taylor.
I'm alive, and I'm still his wife.
I'm not so sure you are.
What do you mean by that?
It's just not as cut and dry as you might think.
Look, it wasn't my fault that I was attacked in some Moroccan airport and knocked out.
Well, what about the year following that? At some point, Taylor, you made a conscious decision to let the rest of us go on believing that you were dead. At that point, I think you gave up your claim to your husband.
No, I did not give up my claim to my husband, and I had a reason for doing that. I had a damn good reason.
I'm sure you did. All I'm saying is Brooke has a legally defensible position. She's been married to Ridge for 6 months because you chose to stay hidden.
I never stopped loving Ridge. I never stopped wanting him.
How can you say that when you married another man, the Prince of Morocco?
I wish there was something you could do to help me sleep.
So let me try.
Thanks, I don't think there's really anything you can do.
Well, I think there is.
No, this is between Thorne and me.
You and Thorne?
Yeah, I'm just such a mess right now. I'm so confused.
Confused about what?
Well, there's no question in my mind that Thorne is innocent. He couldn't kill anybody, but how did they get all of that incredible evidence?
Yes. Well, the police have quite a case, don't they?
Well, what do you think?
Well,
Oh, never mind. It's not a fair question. I know how close you were to Ivana.
no, it's all right, Macy. I can answer it.
You can?
It's a matter of loyalty. Allegiance. It's about standing behind the man you love. Even if there's a possibility, a remote possibility, that he could have done this.
Really, that's what you believe?
He's innocent until proven guilty. That's the way the court sees it. You've got to see it the same way.
Well, I do see it that way. I know that he's innocent, but... Well, for you to take that position,
Well, Macy, you've got to be fair to the man.
even though you acknowledge the possibility that he may have murdered your fiancée?
Look, if Thorne did this, I want him to pay, and I want him to pay a heavy price. But like you, I'm having a very hard time believing that he could have done this too. So even though the police are so convinced and they have all of this evidence, I've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. If for no other reason than for you, Macy. It's because you love him so much. I've got to be supportive. You stood by me. And I've got to stand by you, too. So as long as you believe in Thorne, so will I.
You are such a good friend. The best anybody could ever ask for. I am so grateful to have you, Anthony. Thank you. I better go to bed now. You should try to get some sleep yourself. You know, if there is one good thing about this whole experience, it's how close I've gotten to you. You've become my best friend. You really have. Good night.
Yes. It's beginning to work. Exactly the way I planned.
You came to take me to dinner?
Yeah. You like my new suit?
It's very nice.
It is nice, Mike. It's very nice.
Oh, you like it too, do you, Doctor? That makes me feel good. I mean, your approval, that's so important to me. So important.
It hurts, doesn't it?
Hurts? What hurts? All I walked in on was an innocent little dinner, right? Just two people eating. Nothing wrong with that.
So you can go. Look, I'm really, really sorry about tonight. Why don't you call me in the morning?
Sure, Sheila. No problem.
Mike, no!
And you ever put your lips on her again, ever! And I will personally rearrange that smug little face of yours. Do you understand me, Doctor?
Are you all right?
I don't know. I think my nose is broken.
Oh, James, I am so sorry. This is all my fault.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not your fault.
Let me take care of that.
No,
nose.
it's all right. Would you just hold me, please?
You think Brooke might be hiding something from us?
Does it appear that way to you?
Yes, maybe it does. But what?
Well, something has occurred to me, and I think I might know what it is. Perhaps there's a reason in her mind why she doesn't want to give up control of the stock. Perhaps she sees a day when she might need it.
That's crazy, Mother. She's never gonna need it. Not as long as she's married to me.
Exactly. What if she sees the possibility that the marriage could end up on the rocks?
That's ridiculous. Our marriage is very solid. What makes you think I want to get rid of her anyway?
I was thinking of just the opposite, actually.
What are you saying here?
Is it possible that she's having an affair?
An affair? Are you kidding?
Well, it certainly would explain why she didn't want to sign the transfer of the stock, wouldn't it? I mean, if she thought the marriage was... What if she thinks the marriage is coming to an end?
No, Mother, you're way off base, I'm telling you.
Then why? Why did she change her mind?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. It's not that, though. I still say it's because she's under so much pressure these days.
Well, she isn't getting any from me.
No, it's not you, it's Brooke. She's taken on far too much.
Well, are you doing anything about it?
Well, I finally convinced her to get some help around here. Remember the volunteer that was working at the hospital?
Oh, the woman that took care of you?
Yes. Brooke hired her.
How's it working out?
Fine so far. She's actually a fascinating woman.
Is she?
Brother, have you ever had the feeling that you knew someone from before? You can't put your finger on it, but you know that you knew someone from before.
Sort of a deja vu, you mean?
Yeah, sort of like that.
No, I've never experienced that.
Why don't you come by tomorrow and meet her and see if you recognize her.
All right, if you want me to. I'll come when Brooke is here because I want to talk to Brooke again about this.
Mother, let me handle Brooke, though. You just come and meet the volunteer, but I want to talk to my wife first.
I know everything. Everything about your life in Morocco.
You may think you know, Connor, but you don't. You know very little.
Well, I know you married the prince. Or are you denying that now?
There are circumstances here that you can't even begin to fathom.
Well, regardless, you married Prince Omar, knowing you were still married to Ridge. In the eyes of the law, Taylor, that's bigamy. I have no idea how this is all going to unravel, but I can tell you one thing. It's no fait accompli that you're going to end up with Ridge.
I don't even want to end up with Ridge if that's not what he wants.
So that's what this is all about? You're playing nursemaid to him, trying to figure out if he still wants you?
No, I'm there to observe a family. Look, as a professional, I need to know how this is going to affect the children. Maybe I can help them, and Ridge, and Brooke for that matter.
Don't give me that. The only person you're there to help is yourself.
How dare you say that? After everything I've been through, that's the least I can do for myself. I've made my decision. I'm going to watch the family for a couple more days, and then I'm going to tell Ridge.
And the hell with everyone else.
I'm going to help them adjust the best I can.
And what about your husband in Morocco? How is he supposed to adjust?
I'll deal with him myself.
You must have felt something for the man. You married him. Taylor, you have a life there.
I still have a life here. I would still be having my life here if I hadn't been attacked at some airport.
No, if you hadn't been attacked, you would have gotten back on that plane and you would be dead now. It wasn't meant to be. Can't you see that?
We'll let Ridge see if it's meant to be. Goodbye, Connor.
But please don't go back to that house tomorrow. Let's just think about this some more.
Look, you've already given it enough thought, obviously. I have to get this resolved. Brooke and I have made an agreement, and we're going to stick to it. And I'm going to the house tomorrow.
Don't you think that Ridge is starting to suspect who you are?
Yes, I think he is. I may not have to tell him I'm alive after all. He may figure it out on his own tomorrow. Goodbye, Connor.